Okay. Oh, that's right. We were in Iceberg and... Oh, hello.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
Thank you for the raid mail. Very much
Go
appreciated.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I knew this was coming. Make me regret helping you.
Hey, would you watch where you're pouring that stuff? Oh, yes. That's more like it. Ah. Hey, I knew I could count on you. Thanks.
Nothing like fun. Run, you ingrate.
This game is madness-inducing. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's there. Ah, okay. We have traps, noted. I shouldn't say traps, but traps. Comforting madness like a fluffy blanket. Yes, yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. I enjoy this game very much. I've been having a great time with this. The only complaint I have about this is the long cutscenes before boss fights, and that we can get around with save states. So I really don't have too much to complain about. So I assume that's just gonna take me back to the beginning of the level. I would like to read this sign, please. Game. Mount Rip Mall. Check out our new value pricing. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this game wasn't entirely serious, chat. And I know that's a chilling revelation, but... Alright, so what do we got? Oh god. I mean, we're broke, which is a problem, but, you know. Wrong button. As per usual. I am gonna heal. Okay, ice shoes. Shoes of magic ice to protect against fire. Alright. I mean, at least, I know these things are consumables, but at least they're cheap. But we're also completely broke, and I have like a bunch of upgrades to farm for and stuff like that. Okay, is this the same shop as the other one? Yes, okay, cool. Wonderful. So now we just need to find things to murder. Hello. See, an elf boy called Slick was just here. Said he found a trap near here and that you should be careful, whatever that means. Don't say we didn't warn you. Okay. So there's a path up there. I didn't talk to you. Listen up, I've got some valuable info for you. Have you seen the spiked boots? They provide total traction on slippery ice. We would have never figured this out otherwise. Thankfully, I have chat to help me when they're not giving me brain aneurysms with terrible puns. Okay, so yeah, this just is all the way back. I assume we probably have to fall down one of the paths here. It's just hard to know which one because of the camera. I do fully expect this just takes us to the entrance, though. We're not gonna do that one. Oh, these guys deal damage. So, do you have anything? No. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. No, do that again. Is it... Oh, okay. That was something. No? So then theoretically, where the hell are we supposed to go? This area is like super linear. Maybe I am supposed to go down this way? Can I pan the camera by holding up and down? No, you cannot, sadly. I wish you could. I think this is new. This feels new. Different game, yeah. Yeah, being able to pan the camera would be like a huge quality of life thing for this game. That is one of the other things that I've complained about playing this, is that there are a not insignificant number of like leaps of faith. And half the time there's things that are going to murder you at the bottom of them, which makes me sad. Nope. Nope. Are you an enemy? Yes, you are. Killing small little teddy bear creatures. Oh! I think I should heal. I think I should heal. Just to be safe. I don't feel bad about killing these, or no, I should say I do feel bad about killing these things. They're just cute little fuzzy things, and Gaw is just ripping them apart and probably eating them off screen. Oh! You little shit. So what are these things? They just, okay, so they just breathe at you when you get close and then they run away. All right, interesting. This game has such interesting enemy designs. I freaking love it. Those things I think are worth like 300 coins too. Sadly, they haven't really given us a good farming spot here. The enemies are spaced out enough. And also, like, it's kind of a pain in the ass with the ice physics everywhere as well. Whoa, that does not feel good. I'm gonna save. Paranoia. It begins. Bad breath enemies, yeah. This feels like, I was gonna say, a boss fight.
Muttonhead, what are you doing here?
Ha! That's none of your business, my little blue freak.
You must have got confused with some other blue freak.
I'm gonna give you the same treatment I give that stupid elf kid. Boomba!
Cool, he said Boomba.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boss, that's a good trick. Now he's got another reason to be blue. Come, nuts, let's get cracking. Preparations must begin for the coming of the Overlord.
These people are
Very
idiots.
soon now, the world will be putty in my hands.
Boomba. Yeah, yeah. It's the proto-booba.
Holy frozen freaky pops! I don't believe it! Gaw's been iced! Wait a minute! That looks like a pot of that great coffee! Boy, this is gonna hit the spot!
Oh, thank you, Destructo.
Man, that is the best coffee I've ever had!
There we go.
Oh no! Gaw! Great work, Slickster! You drank the only thing that can melt the ice!
Is he gonna
Hey,
piss on us?
There's gotta
Please,
be
God,
another way.
no.
I got it! Hi-ya!
Okay.
Whoa!
Ow, ow, ow! Ah. You could have kicked a little softer, dipwad. God should have melted your face when he had the chance. What are you doing here anyway?
I'm on my way to the creepy old pirate ship. I heard old Mutton Chop say I had a stash of silver there.
Silver? What do you want that for?
Well, I've heard that you can use it for just about anything. They say it can even be used to materialize the body of the Overlord. Anyway, it's good stuff, and I'm gonna get me some. See ya!
ISP's being a cockmuncher again? I'm not seeing any drop frames or anything. It might be your ISP, Hila. What about that? Officially double down on the "they are all idiots" comment. I mean, it could also be on Twitch's side, I suppose. Ah, your superior European internet has failed you. Welcome to my world. It wouldn't have surprised me though, like I've actually been having internet issues the past couple days. Nothing too serious though. Not enough rats for a smooth experience. Shame. We're gonna have to do some more Vermintide streaming though, definitely. It's a ton of fun. Your other streams work fine. I don't know, Hila. I don't know, maybe it just can't contain the raw power here.
Oh, how quaint. I thought all your kind were wiped out already. Well, guess you couldn't take the hint.
Sure thing, Noelle. Thank you for swinging by. I appreciate the hell out of you. We'll probably raid into you once we're done here if you're still up and about. It'll be my turn to harass you for once. Good luck!
Release him! Now!
The old doddering Penguin King? I destroyed his men utterly, but my sister kept him around for kicks.
If she has lips, then where's the black orb?
What did you expect? I have it.
Then Ga is here to take it back.
Not a chance, twerp. I'm bored with this conversation. Time for action.
Okay. What are we doing here? What are we doing? She's got balls! With the ice physics, this is so bad. Can I just leave? Okay. Alright, we're probably gonna do this as male or tat just due to projectiles. Also, I'm gonna save. And I'm also going to do a save state just in case the save throws us into, like, having to replay the conversation. What? You again? I guess you're just a glutton for punishment. It's nice that they're giving you the ability to just leave these boss fights for if it's something that's really nasty. Alright, so y'all know how this works. We're gonna probably die a bunch while we figure out how the fight actually functions. Can we destroy the bubbles? Yes. Okay. Okay, she does no joke tier damage. Holy shit.
Oh, I biffed it.
We biffed it, chat. We biffed it. 100% biffage. Alright, so does it just continue me right outside? Hell yeah. Okay. Alright, so this hopefully won't be too terrible, I guess, maybe? Yes, we. The suffering is communal, comrade. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what hit me?
I think Tat might actually be better for this fight. Purely for the range. Balls, that's what hit you. I mean, you know, if you're into that, I'm not gonna judge. Okay. Maybe not Tat. Or at least with the electric cane. What about fire? Wait, what? Nope. Alright. No, it looks like this is gonna be a male fight. Joy. We may need to go and upgrade our gear. Just maybe. Because she does so much damage. We can take like one hit. That's not sparking joy in me, if I'm being completely honest. Some Sailor Moon bad guy. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh my god. We're getting our asses kicked by a magical girl. And I can't get out of the bubbles because of the ice physics.
Pass the Oscar.
Do we go and grind, chat? I want to say it's 3, 6. Trying to see how much this is. It's gonna be expensive. Plus another 9, 15. Plus another 9. So 24,000 gold minimum. Probably more than that. It's mostly just gonna be finding a place where enemies we have to eventually. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like I said, it's mostly just finding a place where enemies spawn frequently enough, or are easy to like just leave the room and come back type of thing. What is up there, I wonder? Nothing. Okay, dead end. Good to know. This is where we came in.
Oh, I biffed it.
Yeah, that's my thinking as well. Because really there's... like, the enemies here aren't worth markedly more money than the last area, I don't think. So, yeah, I think we're gonna probably backtrack a little further. And just... I'll probably grind until we've got, like, maybe 30,000, maybe a little more. Because, like, as far as grinds go, this right here, like, this would be fine. Just do this. The problem is that we're gonna have to be waiting for our sword to recharge between rounds with the little gremlin. Grinding in video games, I know, right? And, like, honestly, as long as it's chill, this is the kind of grinding that I really don't mind doing in video games. It's low intensity. Okay. Sword still does damage. Yeah, I know it does damage. It's the reach that I'm more interested in, because like when we come through that one door with the little fire at the end of it, we have enough reach on our weapon that we don't have to move forward to hit the enemy. So I can just like go full mindless on it. Like this actually might be a good place right here. Excuse me. My pimp is expensive. I got the pimp to worry about. I got, you know, cute people to support. It's just all my money. Oh my god. That's honestly generally what I do with like a chunk of my Twitch earnings, is I try to kind of funnel it back into other streamers. Like whether through, you know, subscriptions or like bits and stuff. I typically try to take like maybe, I don't know, a third of what I make on a given month and kind of reinvest it into the community. On smaller streamers, not so much the big ones, because like, you know, they've got everything. UA2 patch is 33 gigabytes. What the fuck are they doing? They're not adding like a new act or anything. Actually, no, I take that back. They are adding a new act or something, aren't they? Or some like new end game shit before you get to maps to make going through the difficulties less of a pain in the ass. New act, oh, and 3, all right, there we go. Yeah, it was the 3 smaller acts. I don't know. I downloaded Path of Exile 2 last night, but I don't know if I want to, damn it, I don't know if I want to play more. I don't know.
Oh, what hit me?
Yeah, I don't think I saved either. Did I? No. Yeah, we're leaving the ice area. This is just too irksome. Yeah, I'm curious to see the new acts. I'm hopeful that you won't have to play through 1 to 3 anymore, and it'll just be, you know, do the acts, get to maps. I've also read that they made acts 2 and 3. They made some of the maps in a much smaller, which I'm thankful for, because like there was just so much, I don't want to say empty space because it wasn't empty, but just too much bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, then intermaps, and then the maps. Nice. Okay. So see, that excites me a little bit. I know they also changed how support gems work. Now you can use the same support gems in multiple skills, which is exciting. So yeah, like, I'll poke at it a little bit, but I don't know. I might jump on my old character and just kind of see what's changed since I last played. Yeah, I don't know why they thought that, like, only letting you use one of each support gem was something that was just gonna be amazing, because it's dumb. I don't get it. I don't understand that change. Because, you know, they're saying, oh, you know, they want you to use multiple skills on your characters, but you can only use the support gems that are good for your skills on one of them. And people are just gonna be like, well, then I'm just gonna use one skill. Probably didn't want the power. Yeah, I'm probably, yeah. Most likely. I did not mean to go back into Mount Rip. It shows which support gems are OP. Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, I mean, like, their job is fixing that shit. Last Epoch added bigger levels with a new chapter. No idea what the story is about anyways. You leveled 7 characters over all seasons, but you have no idea what's going on. Yeah. Like, I want to play the new Last Epoch season too. So much shit to do. I just want to see the new act, if I'm honest. Trying to remember where enemies are. Nope. Fight Skeletor, you go back in time. Never fight Skeletor again. Suddenly Moose God and Snake Ladies, and yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about Snake Ladies, though. Snake Ladies make you think of Nagas. Yes, absolutely. Okay. I think if we go back far enough here, we're gonna bump into the mummies, and I'll be curious to see if they drop Bullion anymore. I know we tried and they didn't. Naga means naked in Polish. Oh! Ah! Nice. But then, like, I've also been playing Grim Dawn. I'm leveling an Aether Ray Battle Mage, and it's been super satisfying. And I'm, like, just now getting into Ultimate, and I'm spoiled for action RPG choice right now, and it's a good problem to have. Grim Dawn's totally Poki's fault, though. She was playing it on stream earlier this week, I think, and we got to talking about, you know, character optimization and stuff. And now a mild obsession, and she also got me playing AI Limit. But then I got back into Grim Dawn, so I haven't been putting as much time into AI Limit as I'd like. That game's scary, though. I have to get good at parrying, and I'm trying, but it's hard, and I'm bad. Ready to start Grim Dawn, you know how... Exactly! That's the thing. You start it, and then, you know, you lose 100 or 150 hours. You wake up in a haze, and you're like, where did my time go? Grim Dawn is the song that never ends, yes. But it is also a very good song, so I'm okay with this. I am so excited for the new DLC. I am so excited for it. So friggin' hyped. It looks like it's gonna be so good. If I recall correctly, these gravestones drop a bunch of money. No, only 200. Okay. Have the next week off work apart from doing some small chores at house. You promised you'd finally start Black Myth Wukong. Oh! Have fun with it. The game has some beautiful animation work. The next DLC, everything that they have shown is just making me more and more and more excited for it. And I wasn't expecting it either. That's the other thing. I thought that Forgotten Gods was it. But they're doing like a Terraria with that game, where they keep saying, oh, this is the last one, and then they release like some massive patch or something, or new expansions. And they've also mentioned, that they're like doing preliminary work for Grim Dawn 2. I can't remember which game it was that they're working on, where they said that the engine was like what they'd be using for Grim Dawn 2. I'm like, I fucking love that company, Crate. So, okay. Fun fact about past Genes. So, Titan Quest. When Titan Quest was originally developed, there was a Titan Quest fan forum, TitanQuest.net. And I was actually one of the administrators on that site. I started out as a member, eventually got mod, administrator. And the fucking devs for Grim Dawn, and they still are amazing. They were so good to us on that fucking forum. It was insane just how active they were in the community. And like, you can still see that. They're active on their forums, they're active on their subreddit, they're all just super chill. It's fucking great. You don't really get that even among indie devs nowadays. You don't see that too often because, you know, people are afraid of interacting with fan bases because people get toxic as shit. But the Grim Dawn community is, by and large, so fucking good. And man, I want to just give them all of my money. Start a new character for the DLC? I'm probably going to, I think, because I want to try out the new mastery. But it might also depend on where in the game you actually get access to the expansion. Because, like, Forgotten Gods you can get into... Yeah, they're adding, like, it's like, I don't remember the name of it, but you're gonna be able to, like, shapeshift and shit. It looks pretty cool. They, like it's like Weirbear, Berserker, yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. But I'm curious to see where they start it. Forgotten Gods is Act 1. I don't think they're gonna do that again, if I'm being honest. I fully expect it'll be probably, like, what, Act 4? Fort Icon? because that's up near the icy areas. So I think that'll probably be it, which if you've played the game enough, you can get there in, you know, 5 or 10 hours maybe, but I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily want to do that. But at the same time, I don't necessarily... So fun fact, Noelle mentioned earlier that she's off streaming right now. What she's doing is she's working on a bear PNG tuber avatar for me. And every time you guys redeem that, it's going to be on the screen. Little fun fact for you. But yeah, no, I am unreasonably excited for the new DLC for Grim Dawn. That is absolutely day one. I should have gifts for everything, all of the redeems. Oh my god, that would be crazy.
I'm a serious adventurer.
Underhill can stay in Sega Saturn land where he belongs. The Todd pop-up? No. I could see doing one for Wahuka, make his like huge face pop up over the entire stream. But the problem is that if I do them with like graphics like that, I would feel that I would need to make them more expensive so that people don't get disruptive with them. And I try to keep them cheap so that, you know, people can feel included even if you're not like a long-time watcher or anything. Staying under the hill, aka the Underdark. Yeah, basically. Yeah, realistically, that's probably what I would do, Mail. If you want the fancy graphics, you gotta pay. And really, I'm not that worried because by and large, you guys are good about redeems. So, and the community is small enough here that, you know, we're all just kind of chilling out and vibing. We're not going full chaos mode or anything. Usually. Maybe, yeah. Yeah. It's like the photograph redeem. For the first couple streams after we got that on here, everybody was spamming it a little bit. But now it like rarely gets used.
Stars.
Fucking stars. Hey, Lorca Guy, welcome back. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well today. Trying to remember how much gold the bats in like the mines were worth, because there's one spot where they spawn like 3 or 4 at a time. Got back for food from food shopping for the month. Hell yeah. That takes me back. Nowadays I live in an urban enough area that I generally only shop for like a couple days or maybe a week. But when I was growing up, I grew up in the country, and that is exactly what we would do, is you go shopping once a month, and that's it. Good stuff. Shout out Costco and BJ's. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, Costco is freaking great. Costco is also very dangerous. Costco is one of those places that I only go a couple times a year because I go in telling myself I'm just gonna get like $50 worth of things, and then I come out with like $400 worth of things because they had, you know, a community-sized vat of pudding on sale or something. Easier to handle that way and stock up the deep freezer. Exactly. Yep. We're almost a third of the way there, chat. Almost. I'm so glad that this game does not have just incredibly obnoxious music. So glad. A quarter, don't forget a creative out. Ah, shit, yeah, that's actually a good point, Silvernail. Hell. And more pork chops than I have any use for. It's always good to have backstock. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with pork chops too. Faster than a lot of games. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm not complaining about the pace. This is just a chill grind stream for now. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nice kind of, you know, just sitting around, talking with chat, turn the brain off. Good stuff. A sack of rice and a sack of potatoes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Rice and potatoes are like my staples at just about all times. The most used appliance in my kitchen is 100% the rice cooker. Hey, Bitey Ferret, welcome. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Potato. Taters are also delicious. A bit more work, but probably my favorite carb. Love sweet potatoes. I'm actually not huge on sweet potatoes, but I really like sweet potato French fries. I don't know why. I don't know what changes about a sweet potato, because like it can be like an actual sweet potato just sliced up into fries and, you know, cooked in the air fryer or whatever, and I will just nosh on that. No problem. But if you put like a baked sweet potato in front of me, I'm just gonna be like, no thank you. Man, there's something about sweet potato fries that just makes me a happy camper. Potatoes are, in fact, amazing. I'm making potato soup. I've actually never made potato soup. I should try one of these days. I think they got spice packets for it and stuff, too. Sweet potatoes taste like a root vegetable. Different folks. Yeah. Everybody's got their own tastes. Absolutely. Just give me carbs and I'm happy. I can respect that. I can respect that. Delicious, delicious carbs. Garlic soup. Ooh. I would love that, I'm sure. Love russet potatoes, hell yes. I'll eat any potato. If you put a potato in front of me, I'm going to eat it. Even if it is a sweet potato, I'm still gonna stuff my face. Like, like if it's part of a meal. And you're actually the only one who just cooks a sweet potato and eats it with a fork. I think so, Pokey. I think so. I like baked potatoes, don't get me wrong. But yeah, baked sweet potatoes don't really do too much for me. But yeah, if you give me like an Idaho or a russet or something, I'll just like stick a fork in it and start chewing. Save, yes, thank you. I'm gonna actually, while my mind is on it, open my stream stuff to do document and a save the game redeem. There. And that'll probably be another one that's like 1 point or whatever for y'all. One thing I wish they would let me do is change the sort order of my fucking Twitch redeems. Because I would love them to be in alphabetical order. Because then it would be easy and convenient to sort through them for like sound effects and shit, because you'd know what you're looking for. But no, Twitch doesn't let you do that. Got a good 100-year-old family recipe for chicken and dumplings. Oh, hell yeah. I am over the moon for chicken. Chicken is by far my favorite protein. And it's chicken and hamburgers are the two things that 100% keep me from going like vegetarian for a diet. Cheese is in there a little bit, but it's chicken and hamburgers. So you made the icon so you could find stuff faster. I can respect that. I can respect that, Ela. At the same time, your altruism is noted because everyone benefits from it, but yes. Only like chicken breast, that's fine. Totally fair. I typically do breasts and thighs. Unless it's like chicken wings. Like if it's chicken wings, I will eat a million drumettes or flats. I love me some chicken. There's actually a Jamaican place like a 2-minute drive away from me, and their fried chicken is so fucking good. Oh my god, chat. And they do like jerk chicken sandwiches. Oh. Did visit KFC 2 days ago. Don't go there almost ever. In the past 10 years, maybe 3 or 4 times. That's fair. That's fair. Jerk chicken is absolutely awesome. Like, oh man. Talk about things that I could eat my own body weight of. Woof. And I mean, I have this jerk seasoning that I got on Amazon, and it was supposed to be like a little bottle, but they fucked it up and sent me this massive like 5-pound, I don't even know what to describe it as, jar of the stuff, and it's delicious. But I try to kind of ration it because the company that makes it doesn't make it anymore. But I'll typically do like chicken breasts on the grill, and I'll season them with that, and it's just friggin' delicious. But yes, the Jamaican place needs to be a sometimes food, because otherwise I'm pretty sure I'll die. Do I know what spices are mixed? No, it's one of those things where it's just like they give you a handful of spices and then they're like, and other spices. Because otherwise, yeah, I would totally just make it myself. Of course, I could probably also just go online and like find some authentic like jerk chicken recipes. What are we grinding for? Gear for my entire party. There's a shop in the new areas, and the only thing from it that we've bought is actually the sword that Mail is wielding right now. So I've got to buy full sets of gear for everybody, and it's about 3,000 gold pieces per piece of equipment. Last time your family went to Jamaica, you bought a massive tub of jerk seasonings. Hell yeah! Yeah, we're up to 3 characters now. We've got Mail and Tat, and then we have the like, little dragon dude, who his whole shtick is that he jumps good. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, hey. Not paying attention. Almost gonna die. Jesus. Love a good mascot character. I love mascot characters that aren't obnoxious, and by and large, thus far, Gaw hasn't been too bad. He's not a Persona mascot character. God, which one was it? 3? Persona 3, I think, was the one that had Teddy. Fucking hated that thing so much. He smokes a cigar in some art. Yeah, the Gaws kind of do their own thing. Oh, it was 4 that had Teddy. I remember Teddy being so grating, and I don't know if it was just because of the English localization or what. I fucking hated that thing so much. We had Shiba, that's right. Yes, 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 yes. I wish you could hit these things while they were mid-attack. That would make this faster. I've also been debating on what we're gonna play after this, because I think we're probably more than half done with this by now, if I had to guess. So I'm starting to formulate about what comes next. We might swing back to the NES side of things for a little while to kind of get some shorter playthroughs in, but we'll see. Where's Teddy Roosevelt the Pain? Oh no, Martian Dreams. That's a pull. For like the 5 people that have played the, God, what are those called? The Ultima Adventures games? Classic Tenmagami, never cared for Persona. Nothing wrong with that. The SMT games are fun in their own way. They're, I think, much more difficult, but I think that is kind of a selling point. The original VO was, for Teddy, was Sam Rigel of Crit Role fame. I actually didn't know that. Up for NES games? Yeah. Oh man, So I was on Pokey's stream last night before bed, and one of her regulars, Aubrism, we were talking about Dragon Warrior on the Nintendo, and I'd mentioned that, you know, I have the first 3 and I want to get my hands on a copy of the 4th for like a reasonable price. And one of her other viewers, Aubrism's like, yeah, I import stuff from Japan all the time through this website. And if there's anything on there, just let me know and I can throw it in with my order. And I went looking on there and they sent me some links. You can get like a copy of like Dragon Warrior 4 for the fucking Famicom. It's like $5 after currency exchange. And I'm just like, you're kidding me. I mean, it's a Famicom version, but like some of them come with like the boxes and manuals and shit. And I'm to the point now where I'm just gonna fucking buy the entire set of games for the Famicom and just have them. Just to have them, because I think that'll be so cool. And then, of course, you know, it's going to lead me down the dark path of, well, now I need to buy a Famicom so that I can play these, except I can't read, what is it, katakana, so I'm going to have to learn that shit, and then I'm going to have to teach myself Japanese, because, I mean, clearly that's the sensible progression through this. But no, I want to get them for just to kind of have and, you know, look at and be like, this is fucking cool. You can drop a link, sure, Pokey. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. A Japanese copy of the original clone for like $20. Yeah, exactly. That's what Aubrism and I were talking about, is that like some of these games are like a copy of Dragon Warrior 4 stateside is, you know, for just the cart gonna be like 40 plus, but over there it's like $5, which, shit. This may help. Learn Japanese to survive Katakana War. Ooh. Oh, is it like Typing of the Dead but with Japanese? What we got? Oh, it's a fucking JRPG? Ooh, that's neat. Go ahead and bookmark that. Thank you, Pokey. That looks pretty cool. Still hunting for NES, Dragon Warrior 2 and 3, and Dragon Quest 7. Oh, good luck with Dragon Quest 7. You're gonna be paying through the teeth for that one. Why am I fighting the mummy? But no, I do realize that I'm fortunate to own the first 3 games because they're, well, the second and third one more so than the first. You can get the first Dragon Warrior for a pretty reasonable price. But the second and third one, like, I've had those since I was a wee lad, and they just kind of have moved through life with me. And I've talked about it on stream before. I used to have a shitload of Nintendo games when I was a kid. Like, I would say probably in the ballpark of like 100 different games. Because we were broke, so we never had the new consoles, but boy howdy, when the new consoles came out and everybody was selling all the old console stuff for super cheap, we jumped on that. But, God, when was it? It was like the PS2 era, maybe? My little brother and I got all of our games together and we went and sold them at a GameStop. Fucking stupidity. And, like, we kept, you know, the good ones, which amounts to, like, maybe, I don't know, 20 games or so. But yeah, nowadays not so much. The collector's market has just completely destroyed finding a lot of old games. Yeah, exactly, Bitey Ferret, exactly. Like, you've got these people that are buying these games and, you know, getting them graded, and they just sit in a plastic case on their shelves. And I mean, of course, I'm talking about buying the, you know, Japanese Dragon Warrior games just to kind of have them for display. But at the same time, like, I would actually probably, if I could get my hands on a Famicom, just fuss around with them just to see. And, you know, like, I want to look at all of the things. I want to, like, flip through the manuals and stuff. And, but no, you've got a bunch of people that are like, no, this copy of Zelda 2 Link's Adventure is graded a 10, so it's worth $800. Sigh. Picked up Dragon Quest 8 for a few bucks decades ago. Yeah, alas. I want to own it and display. Yes, yeah. You know, I have no intention of reselling any of this stuff. I mean, hell, like even, like I had a second copy of Dragon Warrior 2, and Brendan mentioned he was looking for one, and so I just fucking mailed it to him. It's like, fuck it, no, because he was gonna play it. And like, hell yeah, I want people to play these games. Just looked at the price, 14 US. That's not bad at all then, shit. Not bad at all. Because, like, that's the thing is, you know, I'm willing to pay for these games. Like, I'll pay, you know, 20 or 30 bucks for a cart if it's, you know, in good quality and stuff. Bonus points if... I'll save, thank you. Bonus points if it comes with, like, you know, the box and manual and stuff. But stateside, getting boxes and manuals for a lot of old games is, like, next to impossible because everybody just treated them as completely disposable. Like, I was surprised that I could pick up, like, when I picked up Legacy of the Wizard, I managed to find a copy of that with manual and the box and everything. Then I would turn up at the store and ask about it. Owner would try to sell it to me for 25 plus. He knows what you... Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I am sorry. Yeah, I would like to, you know, kind of bolster my collection of old NES carts and DOS games. Like I have a list of old DOS stuff that I'm constantly kind of keeping an eye out for. Like I want to get box copies of Ultima 4, 5, and 6. But those things are not cheap, especially if you want the feelies with them. Like, I was happy when I got my copy of, I think it was Ultima Underworld 2. I think I got it for like $30 for the box with the manual and everything. Because normally they're like 80 to 100. You just gotta keep an eye out. Old plastic from the early 1900s breaks down. Yes. I don't know if modern plastic works the same though, admittedly. Yeah, the Ultimate games have amazing box art. I've loved the box art in the Ultimate games since like the original, like Ultima 1. And normally I try to do complete collections of games, but with series like Ultima or Eye of the Beholder or like Wizardry, I'm just trying to grab the boxes for them for the games that I like in that series. Like, so for Wizardry, I've got 6, 7, and 8 box copies. Eye of the Beholder, I have 1 and 2. And for Ultima, it would probably be just 4, 5, and 6. I'd also like to get my hands on like the Quest for Glory games, a couple of the King's Quest games, just for childhood nostalgia. No, Ultima, not a Calibeth. I know it's technically like Ultima 0, but no, I'm talking purely like actual Ultima games. There'll be a reproduction box of the games for Yandorian Tale. Really? Hell yeah. Sierra Games mentioned. Hello, Pokey. Yes. I generally speaking do not like adventure games, but Quest for Glory, top shelf. I like King's Quest. I think it's 5 and 6. It's the Air Today, Gone Tomorrow, and then the one where King Graham looks like Patrick Swayze and Cedric is really obnoxious. And then past that, like of old adventure games, I liked... God, what was it? I liked the Kyrandia games by Westwood, the first 2, anyways. Third one I didn't enjoy as much. With that racist owl Cedric, yes. Fucking Cedric. It's a poisonous snake. And the fucking, the puzzle with that cat and the mouse in the very beginning, that if you don't save the mouse, you just soft lock yourself and you have no way of knowing it. Just peak adventure game bullshit. Takes me back to like the days of Zork, where, you know, you'd have that flower that you had to pick at a very specific way in like the first room of the game, and if you didn't, you were soft locked, you know, hours and hours and hours later. So a jewel sealed and rated copy of Tears of the Kingdom for $700 on eBay and felt like the height of delusion. Yeah, just, I mean, just because people charge it for it doesn't mean that they're actually gonna sell it, I suppose. Yeah, it's the people that are like, you know, oh, I know what I got, and yeah, you're gonna keep it too, friendo. Because people are patient. Most people are patient. And like, part of me wonders if it's like money laundering or something. Because no collector worth their salt that's actually looking like for the games to have for the sake of having the games is gonna look at that and be like, yeah, this is a reasonable price. I mean, I'm sure there are impulse purchasers out there, but they've got to be the minority, especially when it comes to video games, because gamers are notoriously kind of cheap outside of like the whales. I don't know. Asian people are the minority. When it comes to modern games, yes, I would agree with you, but like people that are going to be collecting retro stuff, I think that's kind of different demographics. Because like, I mean, like there are young people with interest in retro stuff, but by and large they don't buy, they just, you know, emulate or whatever. Whereas like the grognards that are actually like, you know, yeah, I want a boxed copy of, I don't fucking know, Black Crypt. They're gonna go on there and be like, oh yes, this graded copy is, you know, $800, or I'll just wait and some random European will put a copy up for sale for like $30. That's actually how I got my copy of Black Crypt. I want to say, where did I get it? I think I ordered it from Germany. It's an English copy of the game, but I'm pretty sure I got it from Germany. Because like even dealing with the shipping, it was cheaper than all the people trying to like bloat the price out stateside. I was like, all right, fuck it. I don't mind waiting, you know, a month and a half for it to get here. Game's still in production. Yes, it's individual and inherent of quality. It's something different from a new copy. Yeah. I don't know. Germany mentioned. Yes, Ela. Germany was in fact mentioned. The European bros doing me a solid once more. I'm trying to think. I think there are some other... There are maybe a couple others. I think my copy of King's Bounty, I think might be from England, if I recall correctly. I'd have to go digging through my sale logs. I should do a stream playthrough of King's Bounty. I really like King's Bounty. Game's a ton of fun.